This Labor Day, say goodbye to spills, stains, and overpriced furniture with WashableSofas.com, featuring Anabay, the only machine washable sofa inside and out, where designer quality meets budget-friendly pricing. Sofas start at just $6.99, making it the perfect time to upgrade your space. Anabay's pet-friendly, stain-resistant, and interchangeable slipcovers are made with high-performance fabric built for real life. You'll love the cloud-like comfort of hypoallergenic, high-resilience foam that never needs fluffing, and a durable steel frame that stands the test of time. With modular pieces, you can rearrange anytime. It's a sofa that adapts to your life. Now through Labor Day, get up to 60% off site-wide at WashableSofas.com. Every order comes with a 30-day satisfaction guarantee. If you're not in love, send it back for a full refund. No return shipping, no restocking fees, every penny back. Shop now at WashableSofas.com. Offers are subject to change and certain restrictions may apply.
If you eat too many ultra-processed foods, you could be starving your gut microbes, and they'll get hangry. That's one of many things I learned after working on a new audio course about the gut microbiome. You can learn how to keep your gut happy by listening to Try This from the Washington Post. I'm Christina Quinn. I host Try This. Dig in with me on practical advice for life's common challenges. Follow Try This right now wherever you're listening. Seriously, try it.
Lowe's knows that free makes everything better. That's why our rewards members get free standard shipping on the things they need and want, starting at Silver Key status every day. Savings for rewards members add up fast, so why wait? Join for free today. Lowe's, we help, you save. Not available in Alaska and Hawaii. Exclusions and more terms apply. Loyalty program subject to terms and conditions. Details at lowes.com/shipping terms. Subject to change.
It's KFI AM 640, and you're listening to The Conway Show on demand on the iHeart Radio app. KFI AM 640, it is The Conway Show. Dig Dog with you. All right, we got a lot to get to. We got obviously Coachella's today, so we're going to have updates on what's going on out there. It's 140 degrees, so and it took 10 hours for a lot of people to get out there at Coachella. So it kicks off today. We'll have more news about that. But first, from Fox News, we have one of my favorite guys on Fox News. He's on Laura Ingraham I think 2 or 3 times a week. And he's with us, Raymond Arroyo. How are you, bub?
Tim, what a joy to be with you.
Man.
Well, I couldn't get to Coachella, so I figured I'd stop by.
All right, excellent.
Yeah.
I love the segment that you do with Laura Ingraham. It's always funny. It's always light. It's always great. And I look forward to it. I wish it was on earlier in the show so I could then go to sleep.
Well, you need something to lift the ratings at the end of the show, so
I
that's
guess
what
so.
I do, Tim.
I
You
guess
know
so.
how this works. Look, you want something. The audience needs a break. And when we did the show at 10 o'clock, we used to be 10 o'clock Eastern.
Right.
When we did the show at 10, they said, you've got to do this at the end of the show. I said, no, let's try it in the C block, in the middle of the show, see if it lifts the audience a bit and keeps them. It worked. The ratings went up, and they've never really stopped. I do think the audience needs a break. You just want to laugh.
That's
you
right.
want a new perspective.
That's right.
And a story you haven't heard from 5 a.m. to the present, right? You want something new. So we try to give them that.
I watch CNN, I watch MSNBC, I watch Fox.
You poor man.
And I love the phoniness.
Stop right there. Be nice, Tim. I'm a TV guy.
Right. When people come on, on Ash Wednesday with that big-ass cross on their head.
Oh, no. Well, I'll tell you a funny story.
All right.
Last Ash Wednesday.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah. Oh, I do.
Okay.
And in fact, I know someone who's in the chair with a makeup brush applying their ashes. And when I looked at them, scans, they looked back at me and I said, what are you doing? And they said, well, I missed Mass. There was no time to get it. I said, wait a minute. Well, hold on here. This is like the martyr, digging wounds into their hands and arms so they look good for the people. But that day I had gone to Mass and it was late. It was right before the Ash Wednesday service was like at 5:30. The hit was at 7.
Right.
And I'm running out early because I got to make the hit. Well, I figure I'll get in line first, get to the studio. This guy, this priest, he either had it out for me or maybe the first in line, you get the darkest smudge. He drew a cross on my head, Tim. It was big enough for the Lord to actually drag. It was that big.
Great.
But And then I went on and people said, what happened to your head? Who gave you that? Well, this is a real Ash. That is a make-believe one over there.
Buddy,
I won't tell you who.
That is so great. I love the seen and unseen. I know you're from New Orleans.
I am.
Did you get flooded out in New Orleans?
We did in Katrina.
No way.
Yeah. It was horrible.
Oh, my God.
But like some of my friends
without telling the exact block, were you in the city?
No, we were on the lakefront in Metairie, which is
that's
just
even
7
worse.
minutes outside of town, but we had 8 feet of water in the house.
Oh, my God.
And it didn't go down for 2 weeks.
Were you there the night it happened?
No, we evacuated a day before. But look, here's the bright side of it. Like the folks who lost their homes in the fire, it brings you together, it tests the community, and if there's anything there, you will band together and you will come back better because you quickly learn love of neighbor fast, and you realize how wonderful the things you have are.
Oh, 100%, yeah.
You treasure those things.
So did you lose the house completely?
Completely. Moved to Washington, D.C. That was my penance for daring to leave.
Was that a house you owned?
Yeah, it was my home.
Oh,
yeah,
so have you rebuilt there?
No. We bought a new home in a different area on a higher floodplain, I might add, Tim.
So you did learn.
Yeah, we did learn.
Yeah.
But, New Orleans is a bowl. It's 10 feet below sea level.
Yeah.
If it weren't for you and the good taxpayers of California, we wouldn't have anything. It's the pumping system that keeps us alive.
Yeah, I bet.
And if we don't have that, we're done. So
I've never been there. Crozier got married there. He's a big fan of New Orleans. But without exception, every time I have a friend or a family member go to New Orleans, they come back, and the first thing they do is they book another flight or another trip back to New Orleans.
You know why?
They love it.
The people are wonderful.
Yeah.
The people stay, Tim.
Yeah.
They don't leave. The kids stay. We have our traditions, our food, our culture. It's a movable feast. It's not just Mardi Gras. It's all year round, and the people are very connected, and it's a lovely place. It's incredible. And it's old world. It's Europe in the United States. If you haven't come. Just pack your Kevlar vest and travel during the day, Tim.
All right, you got the new podcast.
I do. Arroyo Grande. Which you are going to be my guest on very soon. And
how long has this been around, the Arroyo Grande?
Only 2 months. Mel Gibson was my first guest, and it was the week his house burned out.
Oh my God!
I got the first interview with him about that. But and we've had great people on. But here's the conceit. The show is not named after me. And Arroyo Grande is a wide river, okay? And we live these very tight, dry, narrow, barren lives. But if you put good things in, if you're willing to dive deep, you can live a thriving, broad Arroyo Grande. And so we find life lessons, lived examples that you can put into your own life. And we talk to some incredible culture makers like yourself, great actors, directors, writers.
That's great, man.
It's been incredible.
Yeah. All right. So Arroyo Grande.
Yes.
And it's on everything.
Arroyo Grande show on YouTube, or I'm on iHeart. iHeart is my distributor.
Oh, good. Okay.
And it's the Arroyo Grande show.
All right. Now,
Raymond Arroyo.
next Friday, you're filling in for Laura.
Yeah, she really wants to drive those ratings right into the toilet. Yes, and I'm filling in. Good Friday.
I got a lot of crap for having you on the show because the left are crazy, right? And so the listeners who heard that we're having somebody up from Fox News are like, "How dare you?" But everybody else I have on is liberal, and they never care. The conservatives never care about that. I never get one conservative who calls this show and says, "Why did you have that liberal on?" Never one.
Oh.
But the moment I mention somebody's coming on from Fox News, it explodes.
Really?
Right, because
that's stunning because we have more liberals and conservatives watching our show, Laura's show in particular, than any other network
I'll bet
show
100%.
or any newscast on any network.
I'm with you, 100%.
I'm stunned by that. I usually
worst.
get stopped by everybody. They love our segment
I know,
because it's not partisan.
But here's what happened. We didn't say it was you.
Oh.
On the promo, we said somebody coming up at 4 o'clock from Fox News. And they're like, "Oh, who are you having on? Satan?"
Yeah, well, close.
Nazis. Who's coming on? Hitler?
None of that.
You notice the whole Hitler thing went away?
Yeah, no more Hitler.
Yeah,
thank God. We don't need him.
Yeah,
though we now know he went to Argentina. Apparently, he wasn't in the bunker with Ava Braun. What happened?
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. But I love you're going to fill in a week from Friday. That's cool.
I am.
The Ingram Angle is a great commentary every night, and I know that you're involved in that.
From the very beginning, can't believe it's been 8 years almost.
Wow,
We've been on
right?
the air. But I'll tell you, Laura, look, the time was Laura and I would discuss the angle. I would do a first draft. She would edit it. Now she writes all of that. So when people hear from Laura, they are really hearing her. No, there's no producer writing that. I'm not writing it. She writes that. Then we edit and try to shape it. but it's all her. And that is a rare thing in television, where people are writing their own material. And these are sometimes 12, 15-minute monologues, which you know.
Oh, yeah.
That takes a lot of time.
She
spends 6 hours a day she works on the show.
And she's got 3 kids. She's got a lot going on.
She's a hard worker, Laura's. And ahead of the curve, like you.
I appreciate you coming by, and
I loved it.
And please, we'll continue to promote the hell out of this show.
Well, and thank you for coming
the
on
Royal
my
Grande show.
Yeah, a lot of fun, and you were great. And I loved your dad, Tim Conway, by the way, a legend and such a lovely, good man, and that is rare in this.
Thank you. And you've interviewed him several times in the past.
Multiple times. I interviewed him. I interviewed Harvey Korman. I mean, and your dad was so good. One of the times we did an interview, he said, "I have a surprise for you." I said, "Where are we going?" "Just come with me. You ride with me." I'm like, "Okay." He was going to have lunch with his pals. We walked into the back of this restaurant.
Oh, that's great.
There's Bob Newhart, Stephen Eady, Don Rickles, and your dad.
Is that right?
I have died and gone to
classic,
heaven.
Man.
It was incredible.
That really is cool.
He was and then he put the sports coat on, which matched the wallpaper in his home, which was very disturbing.
He made that sports coat.
I heard that.
Yeah, and he took him to the cleaners. I was living with him at the time. I would take him to the cleaners. And I would take all the stuff, I had chores, so I'd take all the stuff down to the cleaners. And when I came back with his stuff, all of them were in the plastic bags except that sports coat. And I said to the guy at the cleaners, I said, "Hey, why didn't you clean that sports coat?" And he says, "It was so poorly made, it doesn't fit our machines." He said, "This must have been some kind of wardrobe thing that they made at the studios, very poorly made."
And he did it by hand.
Right.
Incredible.
And I told my dad that story, and he goes, "Let me go down and talk to this guy." This thing was made beautifully.
When I interviewed him the last time, I made him put it on and stand in the corner. It is hilarious. He would blend into the wall. It was a scream.
It was the best. Thank you. Very nice to meet you.
Tim. What a joy.
And please, come back.
Thank you.
We'd love to have you anytime you're in town.
We'll do it again.
We'll promote the hell out of it.
Thank you, Tim.
All right. Arroyo Grande podcast. Go check it out on iHeart Radio. We have a high-speed chase going on. I just saw this on Channel 11, Fox News, high-speed pursuit, LAPD, in pursuit of a robbery suspect on Channel 11.
You're listening to Tim Conway Jr. On Demand from KFI AM 640.
KFI AM 640's Conway Show. We've got a high-speed chase. Channel 7, Channel 11, downtown Los Angeles. Robbery suspect. Robbery, right? Everybody's robbing nowadays. Well, they're hightailing it with one of the chaps downtown. Venice and Figueroa. Angel,
Eastbound
what's
Venice.
going on? Eastbound Venice?
Eastbound Venice, right at Figueroa. He's coming up to the crosswalk, heading into that intersection, but he doesn't want to move. He's just sitting there. So maybe it's come to an end.
He's in the right area to try to get away from the cops, but I think there's too many cops out there for his liking. So it looks like he's going to get nailed.
I think he was trying to hop onto the 110 because he kept, driving around in circles in this one little area. But I don't know. Maybe he's out of gas now.
Yeah,
he's just
it's possible.
There.
All right, so Tim Lynn is on Channel 11 with Alex Michelson. How about that? The two guys we have on all the time, Alex Michelson and Tim Lynn, they're both on Fox News going up against me, and I have those two idiots on all the time on the show.
Is Alex coming on today?
Yeah, he's coming on today, but these guys are trying to kill my ratings. I don't know why I have either one of those idiots on.
The car has to
How
be
dare
moving
they?
for pit maneuver to be successful.
There's Tim Lynn
and what it's
on with
doing,
Alex
like I said
Michelson.
earlier, it's
Great.
giving itself an out, so it's not getting up on this intersection, which is red for them, kind of holding back. If the officers start coming
Very
forward,
slow speed chase downtown LA.
The opposite direction, waiting for the light to turn, and then
it's already
turn
turned.
to green so he can get through the intersection safely. So they'll do things of that sort. But right now, all these cars the cross traffic is stopped because all these units probably have their sirens on, so it's probably quite loud right there. So,
6 cop cars following this guy.
Stuff in pursuit. You just have
on
to
a
sit
slow
back
speed pursuit.
Yeah, they're not going anywhere.
And expect everything. At
I
the
mean,
end
he's
and,
trying to observe, basic rules of the road. He's stopping at the lights.
I need him to move. Get going.
You just have to be able to.
If you're going to run away from the cops, make it interesting.
Make it worth your
Don't hit
while.
anybody. Don't
like
kill
I said,
anybody.
holding back from traffic, giving himself an out. are giving themselves an out. And
robbery suspect, downtown Los Angeles, running away from the cops. It's on Channel 7. It's on Channel 11.
If this person perhaps has some kind of
We're following with Tim Lynn and Alex Michelson.
Yeah, just South Venice. It's kind of like a weird angle there. It's more like eastbound Venice. They just passed Olive coming up on Hill Street, or maybe Broadway by now. So they're just north of the 10 freeway.
Okay.
He's just
All right.
parallel with the 10.
All right, excellent.
Yes, it is a busy hour of the night, the evening, the day, the afternoon for traffic. And downtown area can be hard to navigate. There's some roads that are one way, and
waiting for the red light.
Lots of traffic, lots of homeless people, lots of pedestrians during this.
That comment.
Lots
of traffic, lots of homeless people. Welcome to LA. That's what we got. So it's on Channel 5 now, too. Channel 5, Channel 11, Channel 7. They're all on it. Channel 11 was on it first, so I got to give them kudos. Now 4 is on it, too. Okay, now it's on all our screens. 4, 5, 7, and 11. Everybody's on it. Everybody's on it.
Tall buildings make it hard to follow, but this person is driving slow enough now where that does not seem to be an issue. They're right there with him or her.
I wonder if it was an armed robbery suspect.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going on with these guys.
Or any area that has large
That's Tim Lynn on Channel 11. Let's see what Chris Christie's doing here. Let me pop up Chris Christie on Channel 7. High-speed pursuit. Kind of a low-speed pursuit. All right, let me shut down Tim Lynn.
A bit of a corner here.
This is Chris Christie.
Passengers are giving up all that juicy info, so they have all the tools they need. They're really just going to let him exhaust as much gas.
Chris Christie's got a good shot.
One thing would, I guess,
Channel 7
calling him. If those passengers obviously have his cell phone, so maybe they're on the phone with him trying to negotiate. Tell him, we've got you. They know where you're going to live. They know where you live. All that information that they need. They could just tell him, may as well give up.
That's a good point. They do have that information, and that could be a tactic that they use. If they can get a crisis negotiator on the line, they will try and attempt to call him and maybe try and talk him down.
This guy's got a wild weekend ahead of him.
That's a possibility. We don't know if they're doing that. But
all his buddies are off to Coachella, and he's got 900 cops behind him.
He's apparently a known criminal. And he's got
a known criminal. All right.
A bit of a history here, so they may be able to communicate with him.
the guy on the sidewalk who sees this guy and all the cops behind him and doesn't even glance at the car. Like he doesn't. It's like whatever. It's L.A. All these cop cars behind him.
Yeah, and that's just part of being in L.A.
Yeah.
There's a-holes everywhere.
They're going to use every tactic they can. Right now, they've got the benefit of a relatively slow driver behind the wheel here who's not really amping things up. He's not really escalating this. They've got all the time on their side.
Yeah, at least he's not driving on the sidewalks and against
That's right.
in traffic.
He just goes from one Sweet James billboard to another.
Downtown Los Angeles, especially on a Friday afternoon, that's a tricky place to be. There's almost congestion almost everywhere you look when it comes to that. So he's not going to be going very fast.
Does Sweet James have the dense beard of justice on his billboards?
I don't know if he has the saying, but he's sporting that beard.
Yeah, he can't go.
And now he's going under the freeway. What is that, the 10?
Yeah, but he's leaving a lot of room. He's leaving himself a lot of room.
Oh, it's a great King Taco right there.
He does encounter some of that traffic.
Yeah, it's so
he's
good.
now underneath the 10 freeway, coming out the south side, southbound on Broadway at 18th Street. And he could be giving himself that space to play with, or he could be playing games with those officers. That's a possibility, but he doesn't seem to be
All right, a lot going on downtown. Channel 2 is not. Channel 4, 5,
just south of
7,
the freeway.
11.
Again, Broadway and 18th. He's got
Channel 4 is bailed.
Steady line of traffic.
They're going on to talk about the
signal, a red light.
Menendez brothers. Channel 5 is on it, Channel 7 and Channel 11. And we're on it as well. We're following this guy downtown Los Angeles. We'll keep watching this chase. Alex Michelson coming on at 5 o'clock, and we'll talk to him about this chase as well. Lots going on KFI AM 640. If you're downtown Los Angeles right now, high-speed chase. It's going to create a lot more traffic, so be aware of it if you got to fly through downtown.
You're listening to Tim Conway Jr. On Demand from KFI AM 640.
This Labor Day, say goodbye to spills, stains, and overpriced furniture with WashableSofas.com. Featuring Anna Bay, the only machine washable sofa inside and out, where designer quality meets budget-friendly pricing. Sofas start at just $6.99, making it the perfect time to upgrade your space. Anabe's pet-friendly, stain-resistant, and interchangeable slip covers are made with high-performance fabric built for real life. You'll love the cloud-like comfort of hypoallergenic, high-resilience foam that never needs fluffing, and a durable steel frame that stands the test of time. With modular pieces, you can rearrange anytime. It's a sofa that adapts to your life. Now through Labor Day, get up to 60% off site-wide at washablesofas.com. Every order comes with a 30-day satisfaction guarantee. If you're not in love, send it back for a full refund. No return shipping, no restocking fees, every penny back. Shop now at washablesofas.com. Offers are subject to change and certain restrictions may apply.
If you eat too many ultra-processed foods, you could be starving your gut microbes, and they'll get hangry. That's one of many things I learned after working on a new audio course about the gut microbiome. You can learn how to keep your gut happy by listening to Try This from the Washington Post. I'm Christina Quinn. I host Try This. Dig in with me on practical advice for life's common challenges. Follow Try This right now wherever you're listening. Seriously, try it.
Pull over, that's too fast. Well, it's actually not fast at all. Slow speed pursuit through downtown Los Angeles.
Hey, T, we want to jump in real quick.
Yes, sir.
This just came into the newsroom. A judge says that they will allow a resentencing hearing for the Menendez brothers to move forward.
Whoa!
Yeah, Hochman presented arguments today. He wanted to drop the motion that had been put forward by
that's big news.
Him. So it's going to go forward. It looks like it's going to happen next Thursday.
Yeah, I'm actually for that. I think they should. Yeah, they should be resentenced. You know, they've been, I think they should be resentenced to death.
There you go.
There you go. Yeah. Trying to make friends in the neighborhood. They wiped out their parents, and I think they should spend the rest of their life in jail or the electric chair. Their choice. But, man, to do that to mom and dad, you got to be crazy. Crazy. And what are they going to do when they get out? Who hires these two guys? Right? Keep them in there. We can keep an eye on these fellas. In prison. Forever. Ever and ever and ever. All right, let's get back. So that's a big story. It's going to happen next Thursday?
Yes, sir.
So even when the DA said we're not in favor of that, the judge overruled.
Yeah.
Oh, boy. That's kind of interesting. All right. Well, another twist in Los Angeles.
There's a state one anyways that Governor Newsom could end up just setting him free either way.
Yeah.
That's separate from it.
I bet he doesn't. Although maybe he does. I don't
think
know.
So. He sounded from what we've heard so far that he's not going to.
Yeah, I think, look, if he does let him out, and God forbid, they wipe anybody out, his, career is over. I think it's better to keep them.
That's probably why he's like new.
Yeah, let's keep an eye on these
not
fellas.
on my watch.
Let's keep an eye on these two. Look, they did something really radical in life. They slaughtered their parents in cold blood. Let's keep an eye on these two chaps. All right, let's get.
You brought up a good point, Timmy. Because the DA did say that the death penalty is an option. It's back on the table.
Oh, good.
And if he, not for I don't know about the Menendez brothers, but he did say that he's not opposed to it.
All right.
And what if in the resentencing he brings that up as an option? Okay, you want to play? Let's resentence these boys.
Yeah, let's sentence them to death, both of them. Mm-hmm. All right, let's get back to this chase here. Channel 11, Tim Lynn, Alex Michelson. Let's find out what's going on downtown L.A. Everybody else has bailed on it. No, Channel 5's on it. Channel 7's on it.
There's no reason to make
and Fox is on it.
Go out of hand real quickly because it could very easily get really bad. And like I said,
this Tim Lynn
division is handling this. They're getting information from the scene on who the suspects are.
All right, so they know who the suspect is.
You have the two people that got out. They were probably detained very quickly.
They've already two people have already gotten out. I think there's still two more in the car. And they're in downtown Los Angeles, Broadway and 55th Street, southeast Los Angeles.
In the passenger seat, they just want to get out.
Yeah.
And so you keep that in mind. You may have had that in this case.
A lot of traffic down there, slow speed pursuit.
What the driver was going to do, and next thing you know, driver comes running out of whatever establishment.
Yeah, he's staying close to the 110. I'm wondering when he's going to hop on the freeway.
Yeah, no kidding.
You don't want to be part of that. So right here, though, you can see Broadway is packed.
All right, we're going to keep an eye on that. We'll also keep an eye on the Menendez brothers here.
For the last 30 years, but these crimes are still very egregious, and there's no reason, legally or otherwise, to overturn their conviction from 30 years ago.
So we're looking at some video of the carryings on from a long time ago, but earlier in this newscast, we showed many different family members who are totally against the current DA and would love to see these two get out of prison soon. Does that have any bearing on this case, even though these family members are the loved ones of the two that they murdered?
It does, because the judge would take into account, under normal circumstances, the effect upon the victim's family members. Now, the victim's family members also have to be the family members of the defendant, but their input is going to have some value to the judge. And in this case, it's at least everyone who's still alive is in favor of them being released.
And will they get to speak at this hearing? Will they get to do some impact statements?
I believe they already had that opportunity. There was some testimony taken before at a previous hearing. I don't know if the judge is going to revisit any of that, but he's heard, and I think he well understands the position of the family members.
Well, what does this look like now? Does this look like an entirely new trial, or is it a one-day event? Is it an afternoon in a courtroom? What are we talking about?
This case is so unpredictable. I don't know if I can give you the best and clearest answer on that. I thought we were going to have a decision on all of that today, but it looks like the judge actually wants to have the hearing on the merits of the resentencing motion itself next Thursday. And I think we're probably going to hear much of the same arguments we heard today.
I guess we're going to hear Mark Geragos speak right now.
All right, Mark Geragos is going to speak.
And he's about to speak at the microphone right now.
Here we go.
I don't want to get ahead of myself, but today is a good day. Justice
for murders.
Justice won over politics. It's been a long time coming for anybody who was in the courtroom. It was very difficult to sit and listen to what we witnessed, and we are obviously very thankful to the judge. And I couldn't be prouder of representing this family. They've waited a long time to get some justice, and today was actually probably the biggest day since they've been in custody. I'm going to let them talk. I'm going to just say a couple of things. We heard and saw a lot of performative art, performative theatrics from the DA's office. The fact remains, and by the way, he's here. I had him under subpoena. Brock Lunsford, who was hardly, if you knew Brock like I knew Brock, the idea that he's some kind of a toady is laughable. And you should ask him some questions. I subpoenaed him here today, but I did not put him on the stand. He, I thought, did the right thing, the brave thing. I, in the courtroom, apologized to the family. I have seen something that I've never seen before, where a DA's office who basically hired for a head of victim services, somebody who was absolutely at odds with everybody behind here, and then gave them no support whatsoever, and then traumatized them again by throwing what I only consider to be an abhorrent picture up on the screen without warning, by the way, that I would have been chastised for if I did it as a defense lawyer. I just think all in all, it was an important day, a great day, and I'm thankful to everybody behind me for entrusting me. I'm thankful to Cliff Gardner, who ran away.
Oh my God, I thought somebody was going to talk.
Where are you? Come over here, Cliff.
I didn't get away yet.
Come here.
I'm here.
I'm going to tell one small story about Cliff, and then I'll let him talk, and I'll duck out. About 2 years ago, when we were talking, and by the way, we still have an unblemished record. If we work together, we have an unblemished record. And we were talking about the writ of habeas corpus, and that was almost a little over 26 months ago.
Yeah.
And we said, rather than filing this as a pro per, having them represent themselves, why don't we just do it? Because we enjoy working with each other. And so we did it together. Now I joke.
Worst decision we ever made.
Ever made, yes, because Cliff will tell you he does nothing but post-conviction litigation. Is there any case you've had more post-conviction litigation on than this case?
Sadly, no.
Yeah, sadly, no. So hat tip to Cliff, who I think is the best appellate lawyer of his generation. Hat tip to the family, and they'll all talk. And thank you all for paying attention today.
All right, that's Mark Geragos. There's a decision that they're going to
we are anticipating hearing from the Menendez
Today's a
family
good day.
members. Yeah, let's listen.
Oh, here's
to
one of the
this.
family members.
Thank you guys for being here. Today's ruling affirms something that should never have been in question. The facts, fairness, and the law still matter. The court made clear that this process isn't about politics. It's about truth. It's about justice. And it's about giving people the chance to show who they are now, not just who they were in their worst moment. We're especially grateful to former DA George Gascon, Nancy, Brock, and the entire team who took the time to do a real, rigorous, and fair review of Eric and Lyle's case.
Yeah.
Their conclusion wasn't based on sympathy or politics. It was based on evidence. They combed through decades of records. They looked at Eric and Lyle's rehabilitation, their education, their contributions to others inside prison, and they applied
all right,
the law.
that's a weird family, odd family.
And they're not saying anything.
Yeah,
I mean, it's
they're not
nothing-
saying anything. Yeah, it's a weird crew. Everybody in that family, odd as hell. Mom and dad were wiped out, and they're trying to get the two murderers to walk amongst us again. Strange family, strange crew, strange guys.
You're listening to Tim Conway Jr. On Demand from KFI AM 640.
This Labor Day, say goodbye to spills, stains, and overpriced furniture with WashableSofas.com. Featuring Bay, the only machine washable sofa inside and out, where designer quality meets budget-friendly pricing. Sofas start at just $6.99, making it the perfect time to upgrade your space. Bay's pet-friendly, stain-resistant, and interchangeable slipcovers are made with high-performance fabric built for real life. You'll love the cloud-like comfort of hypoallergenic, high-resilience foam that never needs fluffing, and a durable steel frame that stands the test of time. With modular pieces, you can rearrange anytime. It's a sofa that adapts to your life. Now through Labor Day, get up to 60% off site-wide at WashableSofas.com. Every order comes with a 30-day satisfaction guarantee. If you're not in love, send it back for a full refund. No return shipping, no restocking fees, every penny back. Shop now at WashableSofas.com. Offers are subject to change and certain restrictions may apply.
If you eat too many ultra-processed foods, you could be starving your gut microbes, and they'll get hangry. That's one of many things I learned after working on a new audio course about the gut microbiome. You can learn how to keep your gut happy by listening to Try This from The Washington Post. I'm Christina Quinn. I host Try This. Dig in with me on practical advice for life's common challenges. Follow Try This right now wherever you're listening. Seriously, try it.
Let's get back to this Menendez case here. One of the lawyers from ABC is speaking. Is this a good day for the Menendez brothers or a bad day for the Menendez brothers?
Smiles on their faces leaving court today.
Yeah, it's not over with. Not yet, correct, at least. So Eric and Lyle Menendez, it was a good question that we heard there is, will they and should they testify in that hearing next week? What would you do?
I imagine they won't. You would think that if there was a reason for it, it would have happened before now, but who knows? I mean, these sentencing hearings are not like a trial. The judge can take evidence, and if they feel that they want to be heard by the judge and they're willing to waive Fifth Amendment issues and go ahead and give testimony to explain, I imagine they would want to keep it to their conducts for the last 30 years that they've been in prison and concentrate on that and explain their why they feel that they should receive this incredible benefit, then perhaps we will be. I mean, this is, again, one of those cases where it seems like everything we don't expect is happening.
Right. It seems like the cousin would like them to have a chance to testify or to speak out because the DA would like them to accept responsibility. So maybe that would be the case that they would do that for, I don't know.
He's certainly given them that challenge. Mm-hmm. If they want to take this opportunity to go ahead and say that they've lied about, I think he enumerated 12 different things or something where he feels that they've been untruthful, if they want to take that opportunity, then they could, accept that challenge that was laid out for them by Hochman.
Yeah, it sounds like he's very prepared for that. He's already done multiple presentations with multiple.
Okay, all right. So there's going to be a hearing next Thursday, and possibly, God only knows what happens, with these crazy judges, and will they let these, two idiots out of jail? But Bellio, are you in there, Bellio? I can't see you.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Let me ask you a question. All right.
Yeah,
you think if I wiped out Big Mac, right, and then I wiped out my dad, I went in with a shotgun when I was younger, and I killed my mom and dad. I shot my dad, shot my mom, went out, reloaded, and came in, and the red bird caught it again. You think my sister would be downtown fighting for me to get out of jail?
No, not at all.
Not even close.
Not even close.
No matter what my dad or mom did to me.
No.
None of my brothers, none of my sister, none of my family members, my stepmother, my stepsister, my cousins, my nephews, my aunts, my uncles. There wouldn't be a single person downtown L.A. saying, hey, let's get this guy out of jail. And the same thing with you, Bellio. If you wiped out your mom and dad, I wouldn't be fighting to get you out of jail. I'd say you're exactly where you should be, in prison the rest of your life. They killed their parents in cold blood. They shot their mom with a shotgun. They shot their dad. And then mom was moving around. She was eating ice cream, watching TV in her Beverly Hills house. They went out to the car, reloaded the shotgun, came inside, and blew mom away and shot her again until she was dead. And then they blamed it on some kind of mob hit. They bought very expensive watches and cars, spent a lot of money in the couple of weeks before the cops were able to figure it out. And then they arrested him, tried him. I think it was a hung jury the first time or the second time. They caught him on one of the second or third time. And they were sentenced to life in prison. And now this crazy woman, Anna Maria, is it Goldnet, who was just speaking, is sitting there telling everybody how great these kids are. They're not. They're not. And just put yourself in the position. You killed your mom and dad. Would your brothers be downtown fighting for you to get out? Never. So I don't know what kind of weird family this is. I don't know what kind of odd, things that they've been through. But this is an odd family. That whole Menendez family, strange as hell. The way they fight for these two to get out of jail. Strange as, it's like fiction. It's almost like a bad series you would see on Netflix, and that you don't believe it. You're like, wait, all these people are fighting to get those two murderers out of jail? And everybody's on it. And everybody's so sympathetic, to those two, Eric and Lyle. Which I believe is the names that they chose for the eaglets. Is that right? Was it Eric and Lyle?
No.
That wasn't it? Did I miss that? Did I mix up two stories?
I noticed that. I don't know if you've checked on it lately, by the way, but those two birds are huge
I know,
already.
Sunny and Gizmo.
Yeah. Man, those birds they're like, they suffer from like gigantism.
They're like
claws,
ready to take off. Oh, my God.
Their
Yeah.
talons are huge.
Yeah, I think they're too big. I think they're...
Too big.
No, they're healthy.
No, I don't
They're
know,
cute.
man. I think they got gigantism.
Oh,
I think they're
Elephantiasis.
I think they're condors. I think Dad. There must have been when Dad was off the nest, Mom was banging around with a condor.
I don't think they did, by the way, earlier switch it up, but at least ABC 7 and other networks, they are saying that this pursuit now is an armed.
Ooh, is that right?
Before, armed robbery suspect that they're still going after this guy. He's still roaming around. At one point, he stopped and opened his door and then closed it and took off again.
All right, we're keeping an eye on that as well. LAPD in pursuit of an armed robbery suspect. It's on Channel 7. Chris Christie is live overhead. It's back on Channel 5 as well. Channel 5, Channel 7, you want to watch the pursuit. We will keep watching it. Alex Michelson will join us. And what a day in Los Angeles. A guy running away from the cops and the Menendez brothers, the family, this crazy family, fighting to get these two murderers out of prison. Welcome to L.A. It's a nut house. Just a nut house. All right, we're live on KFIM 640. Conway Show on demand on the iHeart Radio app. Now, you can always hear us live on KFI AM 640, 4 to 7 p.m., Monday through Friday, and anytime on demand on the iHeart Radio app.
This Labor Day, say goodbye to spills, stains, and overpriced furniture with WashableSofas.com. Featuring Bay, the only machine washable sofa inside and out, where designer quality meets budget-friendly pricing. Sofas start at just $6.99, making it the perfect time to upgrade your space. Bay's pet-friendly, stain-resistant, and interchangeable slipcovers are made with high-performance fabric built for real life. You'll love the cloud-like comfort of hypoallergenic, high-resilience foam that never needs fluffing, and a durable steel frame that stands the test of time. With modular pieces, you can rearrange anytime. It's a sofa that adapts to your life. Now through Labor Day, get up to 60% off site-wide at WashableSofas.com. Every order comes with a 30-day satisfaction guarantee. If you're not in love, send it back for a full refund. No return shipping, no restocking fees, every penny back. Shop now at WashableSofas.com. Offers are subject to change and certain restrictions may apply.
If you eat too many ultra-processed foods, you could be starving your gut microbes, and they'll get hangry. That's one of many things I learned after working on a new audio course about the gut microbiome. You can learn how to keep your gut happy by listening to Try This from The Washington Post. I'm Christina Quinn. I host Try This. Dig in with me on practical advice for life's common challenges. Follow Try This right now wherever you're listening. Seriously, try it.